I want to tell you about a young person called Kevin. Kevin grew up in inner city Manchester, in Moss Side, in a really broken home, very violent. He got expelled from school for throwing a brick at a teacher, and he was part of a gang. His nickname was Butch, and his weapon of choice was a baseball bat with broken razor blades. Sort of around the time that he was expelled, some Christians came to visit his estate, and he sort of thought he'd go and cause trouble and see what it was all about. But he was really intrigued by these Christians, and they wouldn't let him into the tent because he wouldn't relinquish his weapon. But they did give him cake and chatted to him and just kind of give him the time of day, which wasn't really a thing for him. Adults didn't really care about him. A year later, these Christians came back to his estate and they remembered him. And he was really intrigued that they remembered him and that they seemed to genuinely care about him, care about what was going on with his life. And eventually he decided he would put his weapon down and go into the tent. And in that tent, he learnt about a God who loved him, a God who was way harder and braver than he could ever be, a God who really cared about a messed up kid like him. And at the end, the guy who was giving the talk saw that he was obviously more interested than some of the other kids in there. And he went over and he chatted to him and he said, "Look, I dare you to give this Christianity thing a go. Like, what have you got to lose?" And so 14-year-old Kevin, with his arm in plaster from a fight the week before, became a Christian. Now Kevin is my dad, and I grew up with that legacy of a total life change. Obviously I didn't know him before, but I heard the stories and I saw glimpses of his old life as we were growing up. But he sort of devoted the next 50 years of his life to telling people about a God who recklessly, passionately cared about them, loved them.
Hey, I'm Grace. As a charity, our videos at Streams are entirely funded by donations, big and small, from individuals like yourself. So if you've been impacted by our platform, we'd be really grateful if you might consider giving what you can to join us in bringing people hope on their toughest days. Just head to the link in our bio.